Hello YouTube, my name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka Wakanda Snatch One, because I got plenty going around. As you can tell by the title of the thumbnail, this is my WWE Crown Jewel review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys give this video to 30 likes. Comment down below what you guys think of Saudi Crown Jewel at Saudi Australia. My opinion, it was a solid show, but it had some good matches and good moments. Also, follow my social media down below in the description. Go check out my WWE SmackDown review and highlights, and that's all I gotta say. So without further ado, let's get started on my WWE Crown Jewel review and highlights. Now, WWE Crown Jewel was a solid show for what it was, and it had some good matches and some good moments. So that's all I gotta say. Then Now Forever Together, the WWE video leads us into the show. Video package: the WWE Crown Jewel champions are picked up from their home in Saudi Arabia and flow over to Perth, Australia. Pre-show rivals: Big Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman of the Division are showing and walking in. The undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes is showing entering the RAC arena. On split screen, we see the Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer and WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton arriving. Please, Bianca Belair, please come back and take the WWE Women's Champion off of Tiffany Stratton. That's all I gotta say. Tiffany Stratton's time has been nothing but boring, and that's all I gotta say. And you know that's facts. AJ Styles, who will battle John Cena, is also here. I remember when AJ Styles and John Cena battled at the World Rumble last year. They put on a 5-star instant classic, and I like that match. So let me continue. I had to put this out there. The Kabuki Warriors are shown arriving together. Rhea Ripley and Neil Sky also arrived together. Video package: Rhea Ripley narrates a video that showcased the Raw crowd from around the world that WWE has performed for in recent times. Australian Street Fight: Bronson Reed, accompanied by Paul Heyman versus Roman Reigns. And this was a good match, but physical at the same time. I really want Roman Reigns to win, and that's all I have to say. But it is what it is. Big Bronson Reed picked up the win. The crowd loudly sings Roman Reigns' name. The bell rings and Roman Reigns goes face to face with the large Aussie. The crowd is buzzing and chanting OTC. Roman Reigns blocks a right hand and lays in some right hands. Roman Reigns bounces Bronson Reed off the top turnbuckles twice and starts to tank punches. Roman Reigns hits the ropes and sends the tribal thief over the top rope with a huge clothesline before soaking in all the alteration of the Australian crowd. Bronson Reed recovers at ringside. Alright, so Roman Reigns connects with a drive-by drop kick. Roman Reigns punches Bronson Reed over the barricade and throws some prime energy drinks at him. Roman Reigns goes over the barricade and punches Bronson Reed through the crowd. Bronson Reed fights back, but Roman Reigns cuts him off. Roman Reigns grabs a metal garbage can and smashes it over Bronson Reed's back twice. They fight over the timekeeper's area and back to ringside. Roman Reigns grabs a cricket bat and ball to a huge ovation. Roman Reigns throws one ball at Paul Heyman and then one at Bronson Reed. Roman Reigns attacks Bronson Reed with the cricket bat. Bronson Reed gets in the ring, so Roman Reigns hits him in the ribs with the bat. Bronson Reed rolls out of the ring to recover as Roman Reigns falls. The crowd is on fire. Roman Reigns leaves the ring, and Bronson Reed blindsides him with a avalanche. Bronson Reed attacks Roman Reigns and closes the back. Bronson Reed goes under the ring and grabs a candlestick. Roman Reigns ducks a swing and pushes Bronson Reed head first into the ring post. Roman Reigns grabs the candlestick and tees off on Bronson Reed's back. Roman Reigns is enjoying himself as he twirls the stick around before smashing Bronson Reed's ribs with it. Roman Reigns grabs a microphone to a huge ovation. Roman Reigns says, "Perth, if you want tables, acknowledge me." The crowd loudly acknowledges him. Roman Reigns goes under the ring and pulls out a table to a huge ovation. Roman Reigns puts it in the ring, and Bronson Reed attacks him from behind. Before shoving him into the ring steps, Bronson Reed grabs a table and puts it under the ring to loud boos. The crowd chants profanity at him. Bronson Reed attacks Roman Reigns and grabs the top of the steel steps before driving them into Roman Reigns' head twice. Bronson Reed grabs Roman Reigns and headbutts him. Bronson Reed gets Roman Reigns into the ring and puts two steel chairs in there. Bronson Reed attacks Roman Reigns, recently healed ribs with the chair before wedging it in the corner. Bronson Reed grabs another chair and smashes it on Roman Reigns' back. Paul Heyman gleefully and sarcastically says he loves his tribal chief. Bronson Reed drives the edge of the chair into Roman Reigns' ribs. Roman Reigns is gasping for air. Bronson Reed opens the chair and sits it in the center of the ring. Bronson Reed talks trash to Roman Reigns, so Roman Reigns hits him with a Samoan drop through the chair. The chair folds up like paper. 1-2. Bronson Reed kicks out. Roman Reigns gets to his feet and lays in some clotheslines, but Bronson Reed doesn't go down. Roman Reigns wildly claws away at Bronson Reed's chest against the ropes. Bronson Reed was not left his feet, but he looks like he's out. Bronson Reed reverses a whip, but Roman Reigns comes back with a clothesline. Roman Reigns sets up for a Superman punch, but Bronson Reed counters with a jagged edge for a near fall. Bronson Reed wedges the chair in the corner and grabs a stop sign. While is that a weapon under the ring? Bronson Reed smashes Roman Reigns on the back with a stop sign before attempting a U-range, but Roman Reigns elbows him. Bronson Reed shakes off the offense and hits a U-range onto the stop sign for another near fall. Bronson Reed signals for Roman Reigns' lacerate before going for a senton splash, but Roman Reigns moves. Bronson Reed lands on the top. Roman Reigns lands on the stop sign again. Roman Reigns pulls himself up in a corner and redirects a charger on Bronson Reed into the chair wedges in a corner. Roman Reigns quickly follows up with a Superman punch. 1-2. Bronson Reed kicks out. The crowd continues to chant for tables. Roman Reigns sets up for the spear, but Bronson Reed gets out of the ring. Roman Reigns exits the ring on the opposite side and lets out a primal scream. Roman Reigns builds a head of steam and starts to run, but Braun Breaker appears at ringside and hits Roman Reigns with a massive spear. Now, Braun Breaker has one of the best spears in WWE. It's nothing but facts. The crowd loudly barks for Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed clears the commentary table. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed then do a vision of the Shield powerbomb through a commentary table. Bronson Reed goes under the ring and grabs a table before putting it in the ring. Bronson Reed leans the table against the corner of the ring. Braun Breaker grabs Roman Reigns and starts dragging him towards the ring until the Usos run down to the ring. The Usos hit Braun Breaker with a double super kick. Bronson Reed stands in the ring and waits for them. The Usos gets in the ring and take turns punching Bronson Reed. Jimmy Uso pins Bronson Reed and puts Bronson Reed in the corner, and Jey Uso avalanches him. They knock Bronson Reed down in the corner. Braun Breaker runs in, so Jey Uso super kicks him before knocking him down with a double super kick. The Uso hit stereo running hip attacks on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed before taking Braun Breaker out with the 1D. The Usos climb the top rope on opposite side, but Bronson Reed pushes Jimmy Uso off the top rope. Braun Breaker then performs a military press on Jey Uso into a gut buster. Jimmy Uso slowly gets up at ringside. Braun Breaker exits the ring and physically sides him up before running around the ring, spearing him through the barricade. Bronson Reed sees Jey Uso down in the ring, so he climbed the top rope. Roman Reigns takes Bronson Reed out with a Superman punch. Bronson Reed stumbles around the ring, so Roman Reigns hits a second Superman punch. Roman Reigns sets up for a spear, but he redirects to hit Braun Breaker with a Superman punch. Bronson Reed grabs Roman Reigns and goes for the jackets, but he slides off his shoulders. Jey Uso runs in, but Bronson Reed moves. Jey accidentally spears Roman Reigns through the table. Jey Uso looks worried as he gets up. Jey Uso then turns into a spear from Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed goes to the top rope and hits Roman Reigns with the tsunami. 1, 2, 3. The winner of the match, Big Bronson Reed. This was a good match, but Roman Reigns should have won this match. And that's all I have to say. Big Bronson Reed is the second man to pin Roman Reigns in a one-on-one match in years. Roman Reigns is furious with his cousins. It says the world thinks he can do on his own. Roman Reigns wants to do this on his own. Roman Reigns says he loves them, but he doesn't want to see them until after Christmas. Roman Reigns angrily walks off. Hey, Roman Reigns was pissed off at the Usos, so It is what it is. So let me take a sip of my drink. But that was a good match though. But Roman Reigns was angry with the Usos, so he's not going to see them after Christmas until after Christmas. The Usos starts to argue that Jey Uso says Roman Reigns will always be about himself, and it's not worth helping. Jey Uso walks off on his brother. Bronson Reed pins Roman Reigns in Australian street fight. The hashtag WWE Crown Jewel. Wait, what a homecoming for Bronson Reed to pin Roman Reigns. I said on the WWE Raw recap that Bronson Reed indeed needed this win, and he got it. This is huge for him and will help him turn that corner. Hashtag WWE Crown Jewel. Backstage segment. Two handlers are carrying around a protective case that contains the WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship. The match will be next. Video package trailer for your host. ESPN app ad break. 2-day combo tickets are now on sale for WrestleMania 42. WWE thanks Green Day for the use of their song One Eye Bastard, the name of the WWE Crown Jewel. The WWE Women's Crown Jewel champion is showing. It is statue on the pedestal in the ring. So we get the second match. So we get the WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship match. Women's World Champion La Primera Stephanie Vaquer, which is that was my favorite queen right there. My queen Stephanie Vaquer versus WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. And this match right here, I ain't even gonna lie, man. This match right here, this match was pretty good, but thank God that Stephanie Vaquer won, and I called it straight down the middle on my WWE SmackDown review on highs that Stephanie Vaquer was going to go over Tiffany Stratton at Crown Jewel. I called it straight down the middle, but I'm glad Stephanie Vaquer won. This was a pretty good match right here. Stephanie Vaquer is unbeaten in her last 9 matches. Tiffany Stratton is undefeated in 2025. The bell rings and the crowd is absolutely on fire for this matchup. The two women's champions circle the ring and lock up. Stephanie Vaquer takes her down and applies a front face lock. Tiffany Stratton twists out and wrenches the arm. Stephanie Vaquer twists under and applies a hammerlock. Tiffany Stratton hooks the head with her free arm and cinches in a side headlock. Stephanie Vaquer slides out and wrenches the arm. Tiffany Stratton rolls through and kips up, but Stephanie Vaquer takes her down by the arm. Stephanie Vaquer keeps her grounded, but Tiffany Stratton does another kip up. Tiffany Stratton fights back, but Stephanie Vaquer hits a head scissors into a roll up for a 2 count. Tiffany Stratton rolls her up for a 1 count. We're at stalemate. Tiffany Stratton gets up and goes for a handshake. Stephanie Vaquer is wary of her. Tiffany Stratton blocks a kick and gets her in the corner. Tiffany Stratton goes for a handspring back elbow, but Stephanie Vaquer moves. Stephanie Vaquer paints the face with some kicks. Tiffany Stratton quickly gets out of the ring to recover. Tiffany Stratton gets in the ring and drop kicks Stephanie Vaquer against the ropes. Stephanie Vaquer pops up and super kicks her down for a 2 count. Tiffany Stratton goes for a sunset flip, but Stephanie Vaquer stays standing and stomps the face before dropping a leg for a 2 count. Stephanie Vaquer kicks Tiffany Stratton in the head a few times before stomping on her. Stephanie Vaquer manages to block a kick, hooks it between her legs, and applies a submission. Tiffany Stratton fights out and flips through a back suplex. Tiffany Stratton then delivers a back suplex to the Women's World Champion. Both women are down. They get up. Tiffany Stratton blocks a super kick and takes her down. Tiffany Stratton hits a springboard back elbow before delivering a stiff Alabama slam for a near fall. Tiffany Stratton hits the ropes, but Stephanie Vaquer rolls her up for a 2 count. Tiffany Stratton gets out of an angel's wing, but she can't avoid the dragon screw. Stephanie Vaquer connects with a Meteora into the turnbuckles for a 2 count. Stephanie Vaquer heads to the top rope, but Tiffany Stratton pushes her to the apron. Stephanie Vaquer knocks her back and comes off the top rope, but Tiffany Stratton moves. Tiffany Stratton hits a Falcon Arrow into a backstabber for a near fall. Tiffany Stratton goes for the prettiest moonsault ever, but Stephanie McCure pushes her down. Stephanie McCure hits a high angle back suplex before setting up for the devil's kiss, but Tiffany Stratton counters out. Tiffany Stratton boots her in the face for a 2 count. Tiffany Stratton positions Stephanie McCure and goes to the top rope for a swanton bomb, but Stephanie McCure gets her knees up. Stephanie McCure then plays tribute to Eddie Guerrero, whose birthday was yesterday, before doing the devil's kiss. Stephanie McCure connects with the SBB for a near fall. Stephanie McCure sets up for the Angel's wing, but Tiffany Stratton gets out and knees her in the face. Tiffany Stratton hits a rolling senton before going for the prettiest moonsault ever, but Stephanie McCure moves. Stephanie McCure questions her with a spinning corkscrew splash and pins Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is no longer undefeated in 2025. Thank goodness. The winner by pinfall in your new WWE Women's Crown Jewel Champion, Stephanie McCure. This was well deserved by Stephanie McCure. And I called it straight down the middle on my WWE SmackDown review highs that there was no way that Stephanie McCure was going to lose to Tiffany Stratton. I called it straight down the middle. So, congratulations to Stephanie McCure. Tiffany Stratton undefeated streak is over. And I'm so happy that Stephanie McCure won. So, this was well deserved by Stephanie McCure. When you love Stephanie McCure or hate on Stephanie McCure, Stephanie McCure, I'm a fan of Stephanie McCure because Stephanie McCure, I can say this. If I can say that Soruga has that dog in her, so does Stephanie McCure. So Stephanie McCure has that dog in her. And I love Stephanie McCure. So congratulations to Stephanie McCure. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H gets in the ring and embraces Stephanie McCure before presenting her with the WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship. Stephanie McCure has also put Crown Jewel ring on. Stephanie McCure looks emotion. That was well deserved. Jackie Redmond gets in the ring and asks Stephanie McCure what this means to her. The crowd loudly chants, "You deserve it," which is, I agree with that. Stephanie McCure looks moved. Stephanie McCure thanks Australia and says they made history together. This is not just a beautiful championship. This represents all the motivation, support, and love they have given her. She follows her dreams, then believes in her. Now she believes in herself. I like that by Stephanie McCure. La Primera is the Women's World Champion. Now she is the Crown Jewel Champion. The crowd gives her a great ovation. Stephanie McCure poses on the turnbuckles and protecting goes out there. So Stephanie McCure has 2 belts. So Stephanie McCure has the Women's World Champion and she has the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. Well deserved by Stephanie McCure. I love that moment. Stephanie McCure pins Tiffany Stratton and is the Women's Crown Jewel Champion. Well deserved. This is my queen right here, Stephanie McCure. Stephanie McCure has that dog within her. And that's all I gotta say. Good wrestling match with Stephanie McCure going over Tiffany Stratton. Stephanie McCure becomes the first person to beat Tiffany Stratton in 2025. I would have liked to have seen them go a little longer, but they were awesome for the time they had. Both women look great. Hashtag WWE Crown Jewel. But I do miss Bianca Belair. So Bianca Belair, can you please come back and take the WWE Women's Championship off of Tiffany Stratton, please? Please, Bianca Belair, you have to come back. We all miss you, just like I miss you. Alright, the Vicious Locker Room. Big Bronson Reed is icing his shoulders as Braun Breaker puts him over. Paul Heyman walks in and congratulates Bronson Reed. The Trouble 3 win over the Trouble Chief. When people talk about the future of the industry, they'll be talking about both of them. Paul Heyman then offers a side. Paul Heyman tells them that no matter how much Seth Rollins bags, they cannot interfere. It's a mediocrity. We'll find out who is better, just in case. Paul Heyman will start preparing a victory party. Braun Breaker asks about the possibility of Cody Rhodes winning. What happens? Paul Heyman comes up to them and says they both know the answer. John Cena will battle AJ Styles next. They are only 5 more days in John Cena's retirement tour. ESPN commercial break. WWE does a advertisement for visiting a wrestler in Australia. So we get AJ Styles versus John Cena. This match was fantastic. AJ Styles and John Cena put on an instant classic, just like they did last year at the Royal Rumble. This match was fantastic. John Cena is not the only one on a retirement tour. Yesterday, AJ Styles announced that 2026 will be the final year of his career. AJ Styles' retirement tour kicks off today. AJ Styles is wearing his old TNA wrestling shorts which is I like that, by the way. Alicia Taylor does a big introduction for John Cena and for AJ Styles. Alicia Taylor references AJ Styles' time in TNA and mentions the Bullet Club. AJ Styles looks fired up by the announcement. The crowd is absolutely fired up. The bell rings. They lock up. They lock up. AJ Styles hooks a side headlock and chases it in. John Cena backs him against the ropes and whips him off. John Cena drops down and leapfrogs him. John Cena goes for an arm drag, but AJ Styles holds the ropes. The crowd chants, "This is awesome," which is I agree by the crowd. This is awesome. John Cena hooks a waist lock before applying a side headlock. AJ Styles whips John Cena off, leapfrog him, drops down, and hits an arm drag. AJ Styles hits another arm drag, and John Cena retreats to the corner. A TNA chant picks up. They lock up, and AJ Styles backs John Cena to the corner. AJ Styles gives a clean break. A fight forever chant picks up. They lock up, and John Cena backs him into the corner before giving a clean break and doing the "you can't see me" taunt. They go for a test of strength before John Cena picks him up for an attitude adjustment. AJ Styles slides off and forearms John Cena in the corner. AJ Styles hits a running corner clothesline, followed by a snapmare and a sliding forearm to the head of for a 2 count. AJ Styles sides him up and hits another running corner clothesline. AJ Styles hits a snapmare followed by a sliding forearm for another 2 count. AJ Styles hits the combination a third time, running corner clothesline, snapmare, and a sliding forearm. 1-2. John Cena kicks out. John Cena finally comes out of the corner with a big clothesline. John Cena takes a few moments to recover before hitting a pair of diving shoulder tackles. AJ Styles quickly kicks him in the face and starts up a strike combo. John Cena blocks a strike and hits a back suplex powerbomb. John Cena sets up for a 5-knuckle shuffle, but AJ Styles kicks him in the head. John Cena quickly fights back with another back suplex powerbomb. John Cena connects with the 5-knuckle shuffle before scooping AJ Styles up for an AA. 1-2. AJ Styles kicks out. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." John Cena sides AJ Styles and goes for another attitude adjustment, but AJ Styles slides off and hits in Yogroshi. AJ Styles grabs his knee in pain. AJ Styles recovers and sets up for a Styles clash, but John Cena fights out and hits the Miz skull crusher finale for a near fall. John Cena climbs the top rope and puts AJ Styles up. AJ Styles slides off and gets John Cena gets John Cena in a torture rack. AJ Styles then hits a torture rack bomb for a 2 count. AJ Styles hits the running corner clothesline followed by a scorpion death drop for a near fall, dedicated to Sting. AJ Styles sets up for a Styles clash, but John Cena picks the ankle and applies the FTF. Michael Cole calls it by his old name, the STFU. AJ Styles counters out with a crossface. John Cena rolls out and applies a camel clutch, and also known as Roots of Vaquer. AJ Styles picks the legs and applies Samoa Joe's Coconut clutch. John Cena powers up with AJ Styles on his back. AJ Styles sets up for a calf crusher, but John Cena gets out and applies Chris Jericho's Walls of Jericho. The crowd explodes and chants Y2J. AJ Styles twists out and takes John Cena down for a calf crusher. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." John Cena fights out of the calf crusher and goes for the STF. AJ Styles kicks John Cena away and hits the Styles Clash. 1-2. John Cena kicks out. The crowd chants "Fight Forever." AJ Styles goes to the apron and sets up for the Phenomenal Forearm. AJ Styles counters a Phenomenal Forearm with Sister Abigail. 1-2. AJ Styles kicks out. Wow, the Fireflies are out in Perth. What a visual! John Cena looks moved by it as the crowd pays tribute to the late Bray Wyatt. John Cena sides AJ Styles up and lifts him for an AA. AJ Styles slides out and hits a devastating Angel's Wing for a near fall, dedicated by Christopher Daniels. AJ Styles puts himself up and then exchange strikes. They exhaustively go back and forth back and forth before John Cena ducks a right hand and goes for the AA. AJ Styles slides off and goes for a Styles Clash, but John Cena throws him off. John Cena sets up for a pedigree, but AJ Styles counters with the Adam Page Deadeye. Wow, AJ Styles goes for the Styles Clash, but John Cena gets out in a sling AJ Styles to the apron before hitting Randy Orton's draping DDT. The crowd explode on that one. John Cena is hearing the voices and stalks AJ Styles. A live radio and AJ Styles pulls himself up and John Cena hits an RKO. What? 1-2. AJ Styles kicks out. John Cena looks at AJ Styles down on the mat and smiles as he sets up for Randy Orton's punt kick. AJ Styles avoids the punt kick and hits John Cena with the attitude adjustment. 1-2. John Cena kicks out of his own move. The crowd is going wild. AJ Styles gets up and stands over John Cena before doing the "you can't see me" taunt. John Cena goes him and hits a chosen 1-2. AJ Styles kicks out. The crowd chants for the 619. Even the commentators chuckle. John Cena drops AJ Styles into position and goes for a 619, but AJ Styles closeouts him down. That was a phenomenal spot call. I agree with that. John Cena grabs AJ Styles, but AJ Styles slides in the apron. AJ Styles knocks him down and hits a springboard 450 splash. AJ Styles lands roughly on John Cena. AJ Styles starts to tune up the band and hits John Cena with Shawn Michaels' sweet chin music for a near fall. The crowd chants for HBK. AJ Styles goes to the apron as the crowd cheers for this match. AJ Styles takes an elbow pad off and hits a phenomenal form 1-2. John Cena kicks out. AJ Styles cannot believe it. AJ Styles gets up and sets up for a Styles Clash, but John Cena counters by getting him on the shoulders. AJ Styles elbows him in the head to avoid the AA. John Cena powers through and hits the AA 1-2. AJ Styles barely kicks out. This is wild. John Cena powers AJ Styles to the apron on the top rope and sets up for an avalanche AA. AJ Styles elbows out and throws him down to the mat. AJ Styles goes for a diving crossbody block, but John Cena rolls through and he's a tombstone power driver. John Cena then pulls AJ Styles up for the attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3. The winner by pinfall, John Cena. This was the match of the night right here. John Cena and AJ Styles put on a 5-star instant classic, just like they did last year at the Royal Rumble. And this was the match of the night right here. This match was fantastic. The crowd gives both men a great ovation. John Cena raised AJ Styles' arm, and AJ Styles raised John Cena's arm. Amazing show of respect. AJ Styles leaves the ring to let John Cena celebrate. John Cena embraced his wife at ringside and leaves. Let me take a sip of my water. This was a good match between AJ Styles and John Cena. They both put on a 5-star instant classic, just like they did last year at the Royal Rumble. John Cena pins AJ Styles at WWE Crown Jewel. You got to be kidding me! It started a little slow, and I figured these two veterans nearly the end of their careers were working at a different place. Then it picked up something fierce. I love the tribute to their past. Rivals, amazing, back and forth, phenomenal. I agree with that. John Cena versus AJ Styles was a classic. Way better than expected. I love every minute of this. Me too. So I love every minute of this. Backstage segment: the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes is sitting backstage thinking about the immensity of his match against Seth Rollins later today. Video package: Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. ESPN app commercial break. Michael Cole does another advertisement for visiting restaurant in Australia. Wade Barrett calls him the Minister of Tourism. Rhea Ripley comes out in her home country to a huge ovation. In addition to today's being my daughter's 6th birthday, it is Rhea Ripley's 20th birthday. So happy birthday to Rhea Ripley. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Rhea Ripley. I hope you enjoy your birthday. The crowd loves you just like I love you, man. You deserve all the birthday wishes that's coming towards your way, Rhea Ripley. You know what I'm saying? I hope you get your Women's World Championship back. So that's all I gotta say. But it is what it is. So Rhea Ripley, happy 29th birthday to you. And God bless to you and your family. And that's all I gotta say. All right, let's get the tag team match going. So we get a tag team match: the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. And in my honest opinion, this was a fun tag team match to watch. The bell rings and the Kabuki Warriors blindside down. They get Rhea Ripley out of the ring and go to double team Io Sky, but Rhea Ripley drop kicks Asuka out of the ring. Io Sky knocks Kairi Sane out of the ring. Asuka attacks Rhea Ripley and slams her head into the ring post. It's Asuka and Io Sky facing off, two former friends. Asuka finds a handshake and moves her hand from a kick. Io Sky quickly takes Io Sky down and hits a stiff drop kick. Io Sky charges her in the corner, but she stops to avoid a kick. Io Sky quickly beats the Empress of Tomorrow and punches her against the ropes. Asuka responds with a stiff forearm, so Io Sky hits some headbutts. Asuka quickly elbows Io Sky in the chest and hits the ropes, but Io Sky drop kicks her down. Io Sky soon gets Asuka out of the ring and hits a beautiful suicide dive. Kairi Sane goes to help, but Io Sky stops her. Asuka then takes Io Sky down. Asuka gets in the ring and looks for a counter, but Io Sky gets in. Asuka stomps away at Io Sky. Kairi Sane tags in and kicks Io Sky before applying a head scissors and leaning over the top rope. Kairi Sane releases Io Sky before being disqualified and hits a flying forearm for a 2 count. Kairi Sane takes it to Io Sky and tags Asuka in. Kairi Sane bounces Io Sky off the sole of Asuka's boot. Asuka stands on Io Sky's head and taunts Rhea Ripley. Asuka tosses trash to Io Sky and viciously kicks away at the spine. Asuka chokes Io Sky on the ropes before the referee backs her up. Kairi Sane then kicks Io Sky in the face. Io Sky gets out of the suplex and goes for a tag, but Asuka stops her. Asuka mocks Rhea Ripley before sending Io Sky to the corner. Io Sky attacks Kairi Sane and rolls away from Asuka. Io Sky goes for a tag, but Kairi Sane tags in and attacks Io Sky, stopping her from making a tag. Kairi Sane takes Io Sky down and slings her down. Kairi Sane goes after Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley runs in, but the referee stops her. As the referee is distracted, the Kabuki Warriors double team Io Sky. Io Sky fights back at them, but they lay her out with the stiff backhand. Whoa, Asuka gets out in the trio vote and tags Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane hits a double stomp to the chest for a near fall. Asuka tags in and taunts Rhea Ripley before laying in a nasty kick to Io Sky's chest. Asuka is absolutely annihilating her. Io Sky blocks a kick and gets fired up. Asuka slaps her in the face a few times before kicking her back. Io Sky blocks a kick and hits a flapjack. Rhea Ripley and Kairi Sane tag in. Rhea Ripley comes into a huge ovation as she hits a pair of clotheslines, some strikes, and a big clothesline. Rhea Ripley drop kicks Asuka down and sends Kairi Sane flying with a flapjack. Rhea Ripley hits Kairi Sane with a drop kick for a 2 count. Rhea Ripley sets up for the Razor's Edge, but Kairi Sane slides off. Rhea Ripley blocks a whip and sends Kairi Sane into the ropes. Kairi Sane comes back with the head scissors takeover, followed by a sliding forearm to the chest. Asuka tags in and hits Rhea Ripley with a Kinshasa for a 2 count. Kairi Sane tags in. Rhea Ripley takes Asuka down and avoids a flying forearm from Kairi Sane. Rhea Ripley boots Kairi Sane back and tags Io Sky in. Rhea Ripley crushes Kairi Sane with the Razor's Edge. Io Sky follows up with a big missile dropkick for a near fall. Io Sky sets up for a move, but Kairi Sane counters with the Alabama Slam. Kairi Sane knocks Rhea Ripley off the apron and goes for the second rope. Io Sky quickly hits an arm drag off the second rope and heads to the top rope. Asuka distracts and Kairi Sane attacks Io Sky from behind. Asuka celebrates at ringside and Rhea Ripley approaches her, but Kairi Sane hits her with a baseball slide. The Kabuki Warriors sends Rhea Ripley into the ring steps. They celebrate until Io Sky takes him out with a moonsault. Io Sky gets Kairi Sane in the ring and gets the crowd going. Io Sky hits the bullet train attack before stepping over her. Io Sky goes to the top rope and hits a over the moonsault 1-2. Asuka breaks the pin. Rhea Ripley runs in and kicks Asuka away. Io Sky tags Rhea Ripley and Rhea Ripley gets Kairi Sane on her shoulders. They set up for a doomsday device. Asuka shoves Io Sky down and Kairi Sane hits a victory roll up on Rhea Ripley for a near fall. Rhea Ripley headbutts Kairi Sane and goes for a riptide, but Kairi Sane slides off. Asuka tags in and hits Rhea Ripley with a back fist, followed by a kick to the skull. Asuka holds Rhea Ripley for Kairi Sane to hit in his hand, but 1-2 Io Sky breaks up the pin. Kairi Sane hits Io Sky with the insecurity. Rhea Ripley kicks Kairi Sane down. Asuka wipes Rhea Ripley out, and Io Sky takes Asuka out with a springboard missile dropkick. All four women are down. Rhea Ripley and Asuka soon get up to start the exchange blows. Rhea Ripley gets Asuka on the shoulders and hits a electric chair into the top turnbuckle. Rhea Ripley pulls Asuka to the second rope for an avalanche riptide, but Kairi Sane breaks it up. Kairi Sane tags in. Rhea Ripley big boots Kairi Sane off the apron. Rhea Ripley grabs Kairi Sane and hits the riptide. Rhea Ripley tags Io Sky in and goes for over the moonsault 1, 2, 3. The winner by pinfall, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. This was a fun tag team match. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky separate in the ring in embrace. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky get the win versus Kabuki Warrior. Hashtag WWE Crown Jewel. Man, there were some stiff shots from Asuka to Io Sky in this. The reaction to Rhea Ripley was big, but I think the crowd was still spent for John Cena versus AJ Styles match. They got the crowd going towards the end, but this never got to the next level for me. Hashtag WWE Raw. Monday Night Raw will be live in Perth, Western Australia, and airs at 8 a.m. Eastern Time /5 Pacific in the United States. Dirty Dominic Mysterio will defend the WWE Intercontinental Championship against Penta. Bayley and Vaquer will battle Vaquer, Riggs, and Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day in a tag team match. Backstage segment. The two handlers put the WWE Crown Jewel Championship in protective case and carries it out of the room. Video package: Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. Alright. I'll take a sip of my water. Alright, so we get the main event of the evening. So we get the WWE Crown Jewel Championship, World Heavyweight Championship, Seth Rollins for Raw versus Undisputed WWE Championship, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes for SmackDown. And this match right here, I ain't gonna lie, this was a good good main event match too. Seth Rollins is wearing bits of gear from all his matches against Cody Rhodes in 2022. The bell rings and they lock up. Cody Rhodes quickly knocks Rollins onto his rear end. The crowd sings to Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins looks annoyed. Seth Rollins hits a headlock takeover. Cody Rhodes fights up, and Seth Rollins hits another headlock takeover. Cody Rhodes fights up, so Seth Rollins kicks him. Cody Rhodes quickly cuts him off and hits a delayed vertical suplex. Seth Rollins is furious and gets out of the ring to recover. Seth Rollins yells at the crowd to start to flip out a bit. Seth Rollins has not beaten Cody Rhodes since Cody Rhodes came back to WWE 2022. Seth Rollins takes his time before getting into the ring, into Cody Rhodes' face. They exchange strikes. Cody Rhodes avoids a stomp in a pedigree before dropping down for an uppercut. Cody Rhodes hits Seth Rollins with a clothesline over the top rope. Seth Rollins quickly pops up on the apron and Cody Rhodes hits him with a disaster kick. Seth Rollins flips out of ringside and starts to get into Michael Cole's and Wade Barrett's face. Cody Rhodes attacks Seth Rollins from behind and checks on the commentators. Seth Rollins attacks Cody Rhodes and drives him into the ring steps before hitting a baseball slide. Seth Rollins hits a front suplex onto the barricade and knocks over the Prime Energy hydration station to a big ovation. Seth Rollins stands on top of the barricade and hits a double stomp on Cody Rhodes, who was hanging off the barricade. Seth Rollins gets Cody Rhodes in the ring and picks up a 1 count. Seth Rollins connects with a back suplex for another 1 count. Cody Rhodes fights back and sends Seth Rollins to the corner, but Seth Rollins pops out and taunts him inside out with a clothesline for a 2 count. Cody Rhodes quickly picks up a leg picks the legs and goes for a figure four leg lock, but Seth Rollins kicks him away. Cody Rhodes goes for a disaster kick, but Seth Rollins counters with a sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Seth Rollins gets into the referee's face over the count. Seth Rollins size Cody Rhodes up and snaps his arm over his shoulders. Seth Rollins is targeting the arm, and Cody Rhodes gets out of the ring to recover. Seth Rollins attacks Cody Rhodes on the apron and pulls him into the ring. Seth Rollins connects with a neck breaker and starts yelling at the commentaries again. Seth Rollins then turns to Cody Rhodes and says he'll rip every part of his body apart. Cody Rhodes starts punching back at Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins quickly cuts him off with a dragon screw. Seth Rollins starts to mock Cody Rhodes' fathers and some stinging left jabs. Cody Rhodes stops him and starts to jab him. Seth Rollins counters. Cody Rhodes takes him down with a figure four leg lock. Cody Rhodes won't give up and tries to roll Seth Rollins over, but Seth Rollins chinches in harder. Seth Rollins says he beat Cody Rhodes, you know what, like Ric Flair beats Cody Rhodes' daddy, you know what. Cody Rhodes eventually reversed the pressure by turning it over. Seth Rollins reaches the bottom rope to escape the hole. As CM Punk Champ picks up, Seth Rollins puts himself up on the apron, and Cody Rhodes attacks him. Seth Rollins fights back and snaps Cody Rhodes off the top rope. Cody Rhodes would kick Seth Rollins in the chest as he gets in the ring. Cody Rhodes managed to catch Seth Rollins with a vertebral breaker. Cody Rhodes takes a moment to recover and looks over the WWE Crown Jewel Championship. Cody Rhodes the integral holder of the title. Cody Rhodes takes it to Seth Rollins before hitting a snap power slam. Cody Rhodes connects with a disaster kick before hitting some American Dream stinging left jabs, followed by a bionic elbow. Seth Rollins rolls out of the ring to recover. Cody Rhodes quickly crushes him with a suicide dive. Cody Rhodes gets Seth Rollins in the ring and it's a Cody cutter. Cody Rhodes signals for the end and goes for the crossroads, but Seth Rollins counters with a roll up for a 2 count. Seth Rollins hits a step up insecurity. Cody Rhodes fights back and comes off the ropes with a springboard, but Seth Rollins kicks him and hits a pedigree for a near fall. They both take a moment to recover. Seth Rollins signs him up for a stump. Cody Rhodes counters with a crossroads attempt, but Seth Rollins gets out. Seth Rollins then hits Cody Rhodes with a crossroads for a near fall. Seth Rollins angrily gets up and stands over Cody Rhodes, delivering several right hands. Seth Rollins goes to the top rope for a spinning splash. Seth Rollins lands on his feet when Cody Rhodes moves. Cody Rhodes goes for a top rope springboard Cody cutter, but Seth Rollins moves. Seth Rollins catches Cody Rhodes with a stunt 1-2. Cody Rhodes kicks out. Seth Rollins is stunned. Seth Rollins argues with the referee again over the count and gets out of the ring and looks at the Crown Jewel Championship. Seth Rollins then goes to the timekeeper's area and retreats to watch that Cody Rhodes gets him. Following his victory at WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes thinks about using it as a weapon, but then thinks better of it. Cody Rhodes kicks Seth Rollins and hits a Cody cutter, followed by a crossroads 1-2. Seth Rollins barely kicks out. Cody Rhodes looks frustrated now. Cody Rhodes heads to the top rope, but Seth Rollins crunches him up there. Seth Rollins gets Cody Rhodes in a tree of woe and stomps away at him. Cody Rhodes climbs to the opposite turnbuckle and signs Cody Rhodes up. Seth Rollins hits a coast-to-coast diving headbutt for a near fall. Wow, Seth Rollins may have injured his left arm on the landing. Seth Rollins puts Cody Rhodes on the top rope and sets up for a superplex, but Cody Rhodes punches him off. Seth Rollins scales the ropes and hits Cody Rhodes with a Spanish fly off the top rope. Seth Rollins follows up with a rock bottom for a near fall. Seth Rollins is looking dejected. His left arm looks damaged. Seth Rollins goes for a second rope, but Cody Rhodes cuts him off. Cody Rhodes climbs the top rope and sets up for the avalanche crossroads. Cody Rhodes connects with a 1-2. Seth Rollins kicks out. Wow. Cody Rhodes pulls himself up and slaps himself to regain focus. Cody Rhodes starts to tree off on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins fights back, and they start to brawl. Cody Rhodes kicks Seth Rollins in the face a few times before going for a crossroads. Seth Rollins counters out and sets up for a pedigree, but Seth Rollins slides through the legs to escape. Seth Rollins grabs the Rolex. Breck wants to Cody Rhodes and the referee. Cody Rhodes elbows Seth Rollins and kicks him in the face. Seth Rollins stumbles to the referee. Cody Rhodes grabs Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins strikes him in the face with the Rolex watch. Cody Rhodes is out. Seth Rollins hits Cody Rhodes with a stomp and goes for the second rope. Seth Rollins dives off the second rope with a massive stomp for the win. The winner by pinfall and your new WWE Crown Jewel champion, Seth Rollins. This was a good main event match too. Seth Rollins celebrates his first victory over Cody Rhodes. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H comes into the ring and puts the Crown Jewel Championship around his waist before putting the ring on his finger. Captain Kelly gets in the ring, but Seth Rollins rips the microphone away from her. Seth Rollins says he knows what she's going to ask. How does it feel to get that monkey off his back? Seth Rollins says it feels better than anyone can possibly imagine. A lot of people dream impossible dreams, but only one man reaches the largest height. Seth Rollins says he's the greatest of all time. There is only one, and he is a visionary. He is a revolutionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins drops the microphone and poses as Protector goes off. The WWE Women's Crown Jewel Champion Stephanie Vaquer gets in the ring to pose with Seth Rollins. The two Crown Jewel Champions pose as the show comes to an end. Seth Rollins pins Cody Rhodes and it's the men's Crown Jewel Championship. Hashtag WWE Crown Jewel. A solid main event with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. This was a good match. This was a good main event match. But anyway, a solid match with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. They're a different spot in their careers than they were in 2022. So it wasn't quite at 2022 level, but it wasn't bad either. Seth Rollins cheated to win, but at least there wasn't any interference. Alright. I like these shows having 5 solid matches, but the lag in between each match is miserable, especially with these starting so early. I fell asleep waiting for the main event. It feels like it was nearly half an hour from the tag match, but the main event is to change. It got to change. They say taking out the absolute painful delay from match to match, this was good show with a lot of great action. The Johnson AJ Styles match alone was worth waking up for. I absolutely love that. Stole the show. Hashtag WWE Crown Jewel. AJ Styles, John Cena versus AJ Styles, they did stole the show. And that match itself between John Cena and AJ Styles, that match was the match of the night. And John Cena and AJ Styles put on a 5-star instant classic. This match was really good between AJ Styles and John Cena, just like AJ Styles and John Cena had at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. But this match right here between John Cena and AJ Styles, this match was fantastic. This was the match of the night, and these two put on John Cena and AJ Styles put on a 5-star instant classic match. And that's all I gotta say. But let me give my honest opinion what I think about WWE Crown Jewel. And I'm gonna be honest. Now, WWE Crown Jewel was a solid show for what it was, but it had some good matches and it had some good moments, and that's all I gotta say. But if you guys enjoy my WWE Crown Jewel review and highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Give this video 30 likes. Subscribe to my channel because I'm on a road to 12K subscribers. Follow my social media down below in the description. And I'll see you guys tomorrow live on Twitch for some Battlefield 6. I'm going to keep my word, and I'm a man of my word, and I'm going to keep my word. Make sure you guys drop a follow over there on Twitch, and drop to get the sub as well too. I don't care if we drop 5 get the subs. I don't care if we drop 100. I don't care if we drop 1,000 biddies. That's all I gotta say. And yeah, I want you guys to have a great weekend. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I will see you guys in my upcoming world premiere for my WWE Crown Jewel review and highlights at around 4 o'clock a.m. 4 o'clock a.m. on YouTube. Stay too sweet, and I'm out of here. Gang.